Good evening, this is Kathy Green from WCC News. I am very privileged to have with me today, the creator of Lyrical Zouk, Lambada Zouk London style, Lyndale Thompson. It's good to have you, Lyndale.
It's good to be here, Kathy.
First of all, Lyndale, I would like to ask you, how did Lyrical Zouk come about?
Like everything else, it was a slow evolution. I guess things came about because I always felt there should be more to the dance than what I was seeing.
What do you mean?
So many things really. I could go on forever. One example is leading. I was really never taught from dancing lambada that leading really comes from the center. In classes, I learned what to do, but this simple idea was never taught to me. I learned this concept from other dance disciplines.
What else?
Well, the bulk of people that learn this dance, once they master several moves and they get some of the timing, they think they've arrived. This is an experience I find in 80% of the lambada dancers, and I find it very frustrating.
What do you mean?
Well, there is so much more to a song, and when I'm dancing with someone I want to express more than just the rhythm. It's important, but there are other things. When I used to go clubbing a lot, I sometimes would try some crazy experiments. I would see if I could get away with just doing 3 combinations, but really serve the song in such a way that whoever I dance with gets it.
Did it work?
For the most part it did, and it convinced me more and more that, if you really dance with your heart and soul, people get you.
Let's talk about your classes. Having taken your classes, I was quite surprised that for the first 20 or so minutes I didn't hear any Zouk music.
That's true. The warm-up is vital to the class, and so is the music. First of all, I didn't want to teach in the way a lot of lambada classes are taught. It never made any sense to me at all. I want people to be dancers from the first minute of the class to the end, and I want students to really enjoy movement, and so I select music that encourages that. I also feel that lambada should have an element of strengthening in the warm-up. You're not only preparing for the exercises to come later, but you should also becoming physically stronger too.
Your warm-up is also longer than other classes.
True, I always said that I wanted my classes, especially the beginning classes, to be harder than anywhere else. Dance is hard work, you can't hide the fact.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, my experience of salsa and lambada dancers is that they tend to have a fast food approach to dance. I want people to be interested in the dance, to have fun, but it is work.
Booty, for a lot of people, going out to dance is just a social thing. Surely your approach will prevent you from having a lot of students.
That's true, and I must confess I've been involved in the arts all of my life, and learning to dance was just another thing to do. I never was the type to learn something like dance for the social aspect. I see nothing wrong in doing it for that reason, it just wasn't my reason. Although I would love it if lots of people came to my class, but it's more important to me that I actually enjoy what I teach.
Why?
Basically, because I never planned to teach. I enjoy performing and creating, so when I started to teach I realized that I would have to have a creative approach to what I was doing so that I would enjoy it.
One of my observations is that you tend not to get a lot of people from the London scene in your classes. Why is that?
Several reasons. One of the reasons was that I was not marketing to the same crowds as everyone else. I want to encourage new people to dance, and I have a particular profile that I'm aiming for. I'm not excluding anyone, but I think there is a big world out there, and it does not pay to be insular. Also, I've had people from the scene come to my class, and for some reason expect it to be like the other classes around, and when it's not, they're upset about that. I do get a lot of positive feedback from people all over the world, and in my observation London will get what I'm doing later on. It's like the English football team. For years we've thought that we were better than we really are, not getting far in major competitions. In order for English football to progress, we have had to open up to new ideas. It's the same with the dance scene.
You've had your share of negative feedback too.
I do get some constructive feedback, some negative, which I'm fine with, but you also get the silly people that want to snipe at you for whatever reason. It's part of life. When you decide to do something, there are a lot of small-minded people around. For me, the key thing is to trust your vision and get on with things.
What are your future plans?
I want to work a lot more on choreography. I will be presenting the Lyrical Zouk style on a larger scale, which means among other things finding a dance partner. But also I have some exciting workshops I'm planning to teach, and I'm looking at running another venue.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time, and wishing you all the best of luck with your future projects.
Thank you.
And remember, Lyndale teaches his beginners and improvers class every Monday at the Inn on the Green. This is Kathy Green, WCC News. Good night.